All right, guys, just want to take a moment to discuss the benefits of sanctuaries. And I'll get right back to shed hunting here in a second, but behind me is about a 25-acre section of timber on this farm, and I never go into it. And the last time I actually stepped foot in this was early January of 24. So it's been like 13 months plus since I've walked in here. And yesterday was the first time I walked in search of Coke Can's sheds. Coke Can's going to be the buck that will be my #1 target on this particular farm. So it's about 25 acres, and it's on the south end of the property. North of this woodlot is about a 10-12 acre field, and about 2/3 of it I mow every 2-3 years to kind of set it back, keep it in native grasses. And then to the north of that and the east of that, I have beans, clover, chicory, and turnips. So a sanctuary, by definition, is an area that the deer feel extremely comfortable, extremely safe to move during daylight. They're not molested. They don't hear, see, or smell you. Your scent's never blown into there. You never walk through there unless you're tracking a deer or looking for sheds. Speaking of sheds, I'm just going to take a minute to film this, and then I'll get right back to it. But I brought Disciple's left side to kind of show what the match looks like together. 140-inch class, mainframe 8-point with an extra little G4 on the right here, but basically an 8-point. And he's a 4-year-old deer, nice deer. I found his left side on February 13th, about 55 yards away from here, across the creek right there at a creek crossing on the north side of the creek. And then I found his right side yesterday, about 300 yards from here, with about 15 minutes left of daylight, and just working the outside perimeter of this field. I found him at a creek crossing, real steep embankment, just like where I found the other side. And what's funny is when I picked it up, I didn't recognize the deer right away. My buddy Brett, who hunts the farm to the north, made fun of me for not recognizing the deer right away. But it's nice to have good neighbors so that you guys can communicate, kind of track deer, keep tabs on certain bucks, and then have very similar management goals, and pass on those 2- and 3-year-old deer so they can get to this age. It's 140-inch class, basically an 8-point, a nice deer, and I was fortunate to find both sheds. So it's my third match set so far this year. It's February 21st, and I'm gonna get back at it here. But when you have an area on your farm that you leave as a sanctuary and you don't go into it ever, you increase the number of deer on your property and the amount of daylight activity. So highly suggest you do that. For all my clients that help put management plans together, I always advocate for setting aside a certain percentage of the farm as a sanctuary, and it's going to really increase your success.